question
Hi,
for Michelle
baby.
Visage. Hi, Michelle, I love you.
I love you too. Let's meet later.
We hang out later, yeah?
What?
We hang out later.
Yeah.
Hurry, I've got a show to do. What's your question?
What was your least favourite runway look ever?
Jiggly's baked potato. There was so fucking hideous. She had like a leg hanging off of herself. But I love her so much it didn't matter.
Okay, and Jonathan asks us, if RuPaul or you had given the option to bring back a queen similar to Carmen or Kenya coming back this past season, who would you have brought back in the last season, season 6?
Oh, Ben de la Creme. That was such a fucked up moment because everybody on Twitter blamed me! Hello, this is not my drag race, it's RuPaul's drag race. But yet everybody wants to blame me for Ben leaving. That was a really tough call. And I can tell you, watching the TV, I was like, oh, it didn't look like Darian won. But in person, Darian did win that lip sync, I promise you.
And I don't know if it's a controversial thing, but speaking of Carmen, what is your take on this whole massive furore?
Oh, are you really going to do this to me? Alright, this is my thought on it, okay? And this is the truth. I'm going to get serious for 1 minute. This whole tranny gate thing. The problem is, we're trying to convince the world to take us as a community seriously, and it looks so fucked up. This infighting that we're doing, blaming and yelling and pointing fingers, if we want the world to take us seriously and have the same rights, equality, be on the same level, then we gotta cut this infighting shit out. And that's how I feel about it. Everybody's allowed to have an opinion. It's so fucking blaming and pointing. If anybody has any knowledge of RuPaul and what RuPaul has done for this community, there is never anything negative gonna come out of his mouth about a transgender woman or man or anybody going through transition. Anybody. He's done more for this community than anybody else out there. So let's be honest. If you know that, you wouldn't even think there was negativity involved.
I think that deserves an amen.
Yeah.
I'm moving swiftly on.
Okay.
Being well-travelled and knowledgeable in international drag, how do you think that Drag Race popularity has changed the way drag is performed and kind of received outside of the US? Like, you look at here, we've had nearly every RuPaul Drag Race star in the country on this stage.
Thank you for that, by the way. Thank you. We couldn't do it without people like you.
It started with Juju being, and the last person we had was Alaska Thunderfoot. And I think we've had so much fun in this city with all those queens.
Yeah.
How do you think it's been perceived outside of RuPaul's Drag Race?
Well, I was just talking to Pansy about that, and it's so amazing. Now that I just did this UK tour, I can't wait to go home and tell her. Does anybody listen to our podcast out here? It's called What's the Tea? You can go to RuPaulPodcast.com, and we talk about it because I don't know if he really knows what it's doing for drag. Like, it's really happening. And what I like is that the majority of the queens are pushing themselves harder, and they see different styles that they're not used to seeing. There's some older queens that are stuck in their ways, not moving, but the kids who really want to progress and move forward are going for it. That makes me so fucking happy. They're pushing themselves as artists. And drag is a form of art. Don't get it twisted. So, it's beautiful to see that.
Absolutely. Lana, do you have another boy with another question?
I love boys.
Mike?
Hello! Oh, yeah, we're here! Danny has a question for us as well.
Danny, what's your question for Michelle?
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, gorgeous.
I just asked what was your favorite RuPaul moment ever?
My RuPaul.
Your favorite RuPaul moment ever?
Oh, we've been friends for 57 years. Favorite ever?
I think everything he's on the show.
I did like whipping out my tits and him not being prepared for it. I also loved this season, it was the hip hop one with Eva Trina, when I was talking and he was like, silence! And I was like, oopsie! That made me laugh really fucking hard.
Michelle, if you go back to the show, and then we're going to keep the show for a while, if you could give it a queen a chance, kind of Shangela style, somebody that we didn't see enough of, somebody that you think that we didn't see their whole potential, who might it be?
Alyssa Edwards. She went pretty far, but not far enough, because she makes me happy. So just because she's the same thing, she's just so fucking all the wrong reasons I love her.
And I think when she was here, and I think there was a lot of people who were here for her, like Anja, exactly what we saw on the telly was exactly what we got on this stage.
Yeah, she's so lovable.
And even backstage, myself and Regina were in the small room, and we were just chatting away, and next one, Alyssa comes in, so there's a... and we were like, don't say anything. doing it. And come here, if there's something you could tell us about RuPaul, like his best friend here, that would surprise everybody in this room, what would it be?
He's really quiet. He's really quiet. He doesn't go out and do the party thing. I mean, I think he's done it for so long that he doesn't, you know, he loves charades. So we always have, and he plays porn charades, so you have to change the titles, and you have to then act out the X-rated charades. So he's a real homebody that loves to do house parties. A lot of people don't know that.
That's noted.
Yeah.
Do you know anything? I know we're going to be interested about this. Do you know anything about All Stars Season 2?
You know, people are talking about it because Ru talked about it on TV. No, I know that it'll happen, but we don't know when. So anybody who's going, oh my God, it's going to happen, it's not happening as of yet. So I don't know anything, but we know it's going to happen, we just don't know when.
Tell us the truth of the UK Drag Race rumors. Jonathan Ross has just bought the rights. Will you and Ru be involved?
Well, I'm doing everything I can to ensure that Ru and I will be here. Because for me, and if you listen to the podcast, you heard that. Ru was worried that the British public, and not just British, but the UK and Ireland and France and other countries wouldn't get the sense of humor. And his sense of humor, I said, honey, they don't want a fucking replacement, they want you.
Yeah.
Your humor is their humor. Nobody can fill Ru's pumps.
I think that if it was anybody else bar you and Ru together, it would totally ruin the branding on this side.
I agree. So that's why I blew Jonathan Ross.
I'm going to go over to our other judge, Patty Bliss.
But you're leaving me all alone.
Now, Patty, do you have a question for Michelle?
A question for Michelle. I'm assuming I already know the answer, Michelle, but top or bottom?
I'm a fucking top.
Yeah!
I have a huge penis.
Michelle, come back up.
I was done, sorry.
Donna, do you have one more question for Michelle? Where she's in the toilets.
There she is.
I'm right here. I have Giles here with one more question for y'all. Here you go.
Giles, what's your question?
Hi Michelle. This is probably going to be a little bit controversial, but let's not lie. Laganja's personality or persona this year annoyed the fuck out of all of us.
Oh, thank God. I was like,
Right? So we also saw your face at the reunion, which is fun.
my face can't lie at all.
What about that persona annoyed you the most?
Because it wasn't authentic. If you guys ever saw Paris is Burning, I literally grew up with all those. I was a pier queen. I spent every night down at the piers voguing, kikiing, carrying on. And I talked that way a little bit, but it wasn't so forced, you know? So I understand you wanted to be a family and part of it, but it was so forced that you couldn't see her. It was like, who the fuck are you?
It was annoying.
Oh my God, I couldn't take it. So, and times before that I called around on it, but then and by the way, that fight went on really long. They just cut it. So I bet you someday we'll see the outtakes, because I went in. And then Ru went in. So, yeah, it was interesting.
Michelle, what people don't know is that you watch the show along with everybody else.
Yeah, you guys, and that's why if you get upset with me, fuck yourself, because I don't know any different. What I know is they come out on the runway, that's what I'm judging. I don't know if they're cunts to each other in the dressing room. I don't know if they're the biggest sweethearts. I don't know if they're missing a kidney. I don't know what their situation is, but all I can do is judge the runway. Like, I watch it when y'all watch it.
And to go right backstage,
Oh man, it's good.
do you want to stand? Do you want to get started?
Yes, I like to stand up.
Cool. How does the whole process work? As we see it as like 10 weeks of a contest, but it happens pretty quickly.
Very quickly.
How does the filming work? So do you film all together, or is it a waiting game, or?
No, it's like every day we shoot, but every day it's something different. But elimination days come pretty quickly. They're like every 2 or 3 days. So you do your thing and then it's time. And then it's time. So you don't have time to stop.
I'm moving on straight to season 6. Who left too soon?
No. Not Laganja, no. Who? But she didn't leave soon. She was in the top 5. That wasn't too soon. Gia Gunn?
Inside into season 7, you've had nearly all styles of queen now. What is it? What would Ru be looking for this year?
Look, when kids send in their videotapes, that sounded really old. When kids send in their videos, he looks for growth and he looks for vulnerability. Ru really likes to see originality and truth. Truth is really important to Ru. So that's why, if I say I'm not getting you, it's not that I have a problem with what you look like or what you're doing and your character. It's that I'm not getting you. So Ru really likes that.
To be eye to eye, like
just be a person underneath all that. That's what he says, don't take it so fucking seriously. Drag is like a fuck you to society. And that's what it's about. If you're out there always serious and we're not getting to see you, you miss that. You miss the whole tongue-in-cheek part of being a drag queen. You know?
And have you any, for last word or last question, have you any advice for the community out here in Dublin who want to get into drag but they want to make it a career? How is it going to make it a career?
I think anybody who wants to do it, is committed to do it, can do it, but always have a job until you do it, because you never know what's going to happen. Anybody, I'm a drag queen. Everybody out here who's got makeup on, who's got heels on, who's dressed in any way, you know, is doing drag. So it's how far you want to take it. They can do anything they want to do.
All tea, all shade. Give it up for my special guest.